Your ship just entered foreign waters. A coastal state patrol vessel is heading straight for you. They want to board. Can they? It depends on exactly where you are and which article of international law applies. One treaty governs every ocean on this planet. 168 countries have signed it. It defines who owns the sea, who can stop your ship, and what you, as chief engineer, must deliver. This is UNCLOS, the Constitution of the Oceans, the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, adopted at Montego Bay, Jamaica, in 1982, in force since 16 November 1994. Before UNCLOS, ocean law was a patchwork. Every coastal state claimed different distances. Disputes were constant. UNCLOS changed everything. It drew the lines. It gave every coastal state defined rights in each zone. It protected every ship's right to navigate freely. And it created courts to resolve ocean disputes. One treaty. Every ocean. 168 parties. To master UNCLOS, use one mnemonic. OCEAN. O for ocean zones. C for coastal state rights. E for entry, that means innocent passage. A for Article 94, the flag state duties. N for navigation freedoms and ITLOS. Let us start with the ocean zones. From every baseline, 6 zones extend outward. Each zone has different rights, different rules. Zone 1, internal waters. Inside the baseline. Full sovereignty. No innocent passage right. Foreign vessels enter only with consent. Zone 2, the territorial sea. 12 nautical miles. Article 3. Full sovereignty over the sea, the airspace, the seabed beneath. But ships of all states may pass. Article 17 guarantees that right. For every vessel. Zone 3, the contiguous zone. 24 nautical miles. Article 33. Not sovereignty, limited enforcement only. Customs, immigration, fiscal laws, sanitary regulations. The coastal state can act here, but not for everything. Zone 4, the exclusive economic zone. 200 nautical miles. Article 57. The coastal state has sovereign rights over resources. Fish, oil, gas, wind energy. But your navigation? Completely free. Article 58. Other states retain full freedom of navigation here. Zone 5, the continental shelf. Up to 350 nautical miles. Article 76. Sovereign rights over the seabed and subsoil. Not over the water above it. Only the resources beneath. And beyond all of this, the high seas. No sovereignty. No coastal state has authority out here. Total freedom of navigation for every state. 12 nautical miles. 24 nautical miles. 200 nautical miles. 350 nautical miles. Write those numbers before your exam begins. They are marked individually. Every single paper. Now the most tested UNCLOS concept. Innocent passage. Your ship is in a foreign territorial sea. You have the right to pass through. Article 17 guarantees it. All ships. All states. Always. But your passage must be innocent. Article 18 passage must be continuous and expeditious. No loitering. No unnecessary stops. Anchoring is only allowed for 3 reasons. Force majeure. Distress. Rendering assistance. Article 19, the key definition. Passage is innocent so long as it is not prejudicial to the peace, good order, or security of the coastal state. So when does passage stop being innocent? Article 19 paragraph 2 lists 12 activities. No, at least 5. Each one is marked separately. Any exercise or practice with weapons of any kind. Any act of willful and serious pollution. Any fishing activities. Any research or survey activities. Collecting intelligence, spying on the coastal state. Loading or unloading goods in violation of coastal state laws. Any act of propaganda aimed at coastal state security. Any activity not having a direct bearing on passage, the catch-all. If your ship does any of these in a territorial sea, the coastal state can act under Article 25. They may take necessary steps to prevent your passage. And under Article 25 paragraph 3, they may suspend innocent passage entirely in specific areas for security purposes, provided they announce it in advance. Now the section that directly affects you. Article 94. This is your article, Chief Engineer. Every flag state has a UNCLOS obligation. They must exercise effective jurisdiction and control over ships flying their flag. 4 specific duties under Article 94. Duty 1, seaworthiness. Construction, equipment, and condition of the vessel. As Chief Engineer, this is your planned maintenance system. Your ISN Code Element 10 obligations. Your class survey requirements. When you maintain a seaworthy engine room, you are fulfilling India's UNCLOS obligation. Duty 2, manning and training. Every officer must hold valid STCW certificates. The Manila Amendments apply directly here. Article 94 references the STCW Convention explicitly. Your engine department qualifications must be current. Your training records must be maintained. Always. Duty 3, signals, communications, and collision prevention. GMDSS equipment must be operational at all times. The bridge navigates, but you maintain the equipment. Article 94 connects directly to your radio survey obligations. Duty 4, investigation of casualties. Article 94 paragraph 5. If a marine casualty occurs, the flag state must investigate. As Chief Engineer, you preserve evidence. You cooperate with investigators. You report non-conformities through the safety management system. Here is the chain every examiner wants to see. UNCLOS Article 94 to the Merchant Shipping Act 1958. To the ISN Code to your planned maintenance system. That chain is worth marks. Write it every time. Now the high seas. Beyond 200 nautical miles, no coastal state has jurisdiction. Article 87, 6 freedoms belong to every nation. Navigation. Overflight. Cable laying. Artificial island construction. Fishing. Scientific research. Your ship flies one flag. One state has jurisdiction. Article 92, exclusive flag state authority on the high seas. No other state may interfere with your ship out here. But there are 5 exceptions. Article 110, the right of visit. A warship may board any foreign vessel on the high seas. For 5 and only 5 reasons. Piracy. Slave trade. Unauthorized broadcasting. Stateless vessel, no nationality. Same nationality as the warship. No all 5. By name. They are specifically tested. every time this topic appears. One more important provision ought pursue it. Article 111. A coastal state begins pursuit inside its own waters. The pursuit must be continuous and uninterrupted. It can continue out onto the high seas, but it must stop the moment the ship reaches its own territorial sea, or the territorial sea of any third state. Let me now give you the exact exam structure. The dominant UNCLOS format is 8 plus 8 marks. Part A, Maritime zones with rights in each zone. Part B, Innocent passage, Article 19 and Article 25 powers. Before you write a single answer word, write ocean in your margin. Then write 12, 24, 200, 350. Then write Article 17, 19, 25, 94, 110. 2 minutes. Margin preparation. Every UNCLOS question. For Part A, write each zone as a numbered section. Zone name. Distance from baseline. Coastal state rights. Other states' rights. Article number. 6 zones. Each zone has content. Names without rights will lose you marks. For Part B, cite Article 19 paragraph 2 by number. Then name your 5 activities. Each one earns a separate mark. Then Article 25, Coastal State Powers. Prevent non-innocent passage. Suspend in specific areas. Announce suspension in advance. If the question asks for Article 94 and Chief Engineer connection, list each duty and then say, as Chief Engineer, I fulfill this by 1 duty, 1 specific action, 1 regulation reference. Every time. UNCLOS is not just an exam topic. You encounter it every single voyage. When your ship enters the territorial sea of any nation. Article 17 protects your right to be there. When a coastal state patrol vessel approaches in the EEZ. Article 220 defines exactly what they can and cannot do. They can request information. They can inspect with sufficient evidence. They can detain with strong evidence. But only at the right threshold. When a discharge happens in a foreign EEZ. Article 220 is the legal basis for prosecution. You as Chief Engineer can be held personally liable if the discharge was intentional or through negligence. And when your ship is on the high seas. Article 92 is your protection. Only your flag state governs you out there. UNCLOS is live. Every single watch you stand. Before you close this video, let me show you exactly where to practice everything we just covered. Go to Sailr Network, the link is in the description below. Open the exam prep platform and find this topic. Phase 1 gives you the complete mind map and topic overview. Phase 2 takes you deeper with structured explanations, memory aids, and key concepts. Phase 3 gives you the answer blueprint, exactly how to structure your answer, with mark allocations and examiner expectations clearly shown. Phase 4 gives you flashcards for rapid recall before your exam. Phase 5 is the examiner drill, write your answer and compare it against the model answer line by line. And that's only the beginning. Inside Sailr Network you will also find maritime compliance tools, maritime jobs, industry news, social and professional networking, cadet resources, AI-powered learning tools, welfare support, and a growing global maritime community built specifically for seafarers. Everything is designed to help you learn faster, prepare better, and build a stronger maritime career. Everything is free. The link is in the description below. Study smarter. Sail stronger. Sailr Network. Anchored in community. Powered by AI.